Welcome to the Inkster Reader Podcast. I'm your host, Chantel Gaines. Join me this episode as I share with you news and information for Inkster, from Inkster, and about Inkster. Stay tuned for more. Hello everybody, I'm Chantel with the Inkster Reader. I'm bringing you guys this episode a day late because there was some important information I wanted to include in today's episode about our safety. There's been a lot of things going on in the community, rumors, facts, whatever you may call them, about abductions. I haven't found any details in our statistics to say there's a hike or a rise in it, but however, there was an attempted abduction on my block a few days ago, and I've heard stories, me doing hair, I've heard stories about people's family members being attempted abductions and things like that. So we just wanted to share some safety rules for parents and the things they can share with their children to help protect you, to help keep you safe. Now, these are just a list of some things I found at HuffPost. It's an article about safety. It's going to be a reference below this, in the description of this video you can look at. It goes over things that you need to share with your child. Now, honestly, I went over this list and I thought I was a good parent and covered everything, but some of this stuff is common sense. And honestly, until you tell the child, they don't know. And you have to define stranger to mean anybody that's trying to take you, even if you know them. Those type of definitions I didn't share. Stranger wasn't anybody trying to take you that's not your parents. That's the new definition of stranger, because most people are abducted by people they know. So go over that article, look at those things. It also has some self-defense techniques that you guys can look at and share with your children to help protect them and keep them safe. Now, NAN is still hosting their pepper spray drive to get all the women in Inkster their own pepper spray to help keep them safe. You can come to the next meeting. Is this Saturday, February 1st at 10 a.m. at the St. Clement's Church on Harrison Road in Inkster. There's details and address that will be in the description below. You guys can bring your donations there, or you can contact inksterreader@gmail.com, and I can give you William Miller's contact details, so you guys can get whatever. Now, side note, I was looking online for pepper spray. Wish.com had free pepper sprays and some really cheap pepper sprays. So if anybody wants to go ahead and make that donation, you can go to Wish, buy your whole guap of pepper sprays for the low and donate them, bring them to the February 1st meeting or whenever they come in, because y'all know Wish be a little slow. All right. Now, the book drive is still going on with the Rosebuds. If anybody wants to donate any books for the upcoming reading program that's hosted by Paris Jones, she's with the founder of Rosebud. She was on a couple episodes ago. You can still contact her on Facebook, call her, or email her. Her details are on the screen, and you can check them out in the description below after the video. There's some new news with our Inkster Police Department. They are partnered up with Ring, that doorbell that has the camera. Inkster Police Department is partnered with them, so now they have more help from the community and keeping our neighborhood safe, which is exciting, especially with the hike and things that's going on around us. If you have a Ring doorbell and there's a crime or something that may happen in your neighborhood, the police can request from Ring a segment of time and a segment of area. Say, hey, we need to, if anybody in the area has this doorbell, can we get footage from this time to this time in just this area? Ring will contact its customers requesting that information for the police department. It's anonymous. They won't know who gave them the video footage, what address it's at, or anything like that. And so you can volunteer your footage from your camera. It can help them trace where people drive off to, where they may go if they're trying to catch or apprehend people, and help keep the neighborhood more safe. Now, you can choose to let them see your videos, all of it, from the segment they requested. They only can request one segment at a time. They can't just have full access. You can choose what part of the video you want them to have. If you was kissing your day goodnight at night and you don't want them to see that part, you can cut that part out. They don't have to see it. Or you can choose to not let them have any of the video. And you can choose to opt out forever, meaning don't even ask me again. But they give you those options to help keep the community safe. If anybody needs to get a Ring doorbell, just for keeping your own packages safe and things like that, they're only $100 on Amazon. You can go online and get one. And also, if you do get any requests from our Inkster Police Department for footage to help keep our neighborhood safe, I do encourage people to support that information. That's way better than that AI technology where they just take a picture and then call you in because they think it's you based off an AI match. I think that's much safer. And anyways, these things are out there. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope everybody go over that website. Just talk with your kids. Well, I know there's different people in the community that's putting together self-defense teachings for the community and for the youth. And I'll bring that information to you as soon as it becomes available. Stay safe out there, y'all. The first Inkster Business Link Up meet and greet. It looked like an amazing event. I did miss it myself. It was Saturday, January 11th. If they host it again, I do hope to be there. It does look like an amazing event. I am a local entrepreneur, and I do have products and things that I love sharing with the community. And so make sure y'all hit me up so I can be there and so I can let the city know. Anybody having an event, come up, call me and let me know. I'm going to make sure I put it on this vlog and get that out there. January Lunch with the Mayor cancellation notice. January 25th, it's going to be a winter blast. It's free and it's here in Inkster. It's going to be at the Booker T. Dozier Rec Center on Middlebelt Road. This Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, it's going to be free to go to the Henry Ford Museum. So all of you need something to do, get up, bring your kids out. Hello everyone, I'm Chantel Gaines, host of Inkster Reader, and I'm here with two amazing individuals. That's SJ and AJ.
Yeah, I'm SJ. I'm AJ.
Oh, thank you. SJ and AJ. They are the hosts of this podcast called The Connected Experience. They're award winning. They won an award last year, and I want you guys to tell us a little bit about the award you guys won.
So I'm AJ, by the way. Mm-hmm. So nice to meet you. So the award we won was for Podcast of the Year, and it was from a Pod Connection. That's a group out of North Carolina, and the lady is, of course, is black owned, and she do events to bring black podcasts together. Whether it be from, of course, we from Michigan. There was people from Houston, Dallas, Connecticut, and every year in Baltimore. So every year she has an event, a weekend, a Pod Connection weekend, and the last event is the award show, and we won a podcast every year for the Connected Experience.
Congratulations. Congratulations. So let us know, how long have you guys been doing this? I just learned about you guys last year, right before your award in September, when you had interviewed Aaron Sims and Dewan Lynn, or Nation. Right. That was my first time learning about you, and you guys have been out for a while. So when did you guys start?
Well, we started in, November 2017. November 4th, 2017 was our very first episode. We 100 and something episodes in, but we've been podcasting for roughly 2.5 years. 2.5 years. So the reason we started our show is because we used to listen to a lot of podcasts, and we got some stories, we got things that we want to say, but we wanted it to be different. So we came up with the Connected Experience, because if anybody know us, they know that's what we do. We like high level middlemen. We can plug you in with whatever you're doing. So that's what the basis of the show is. Normally we take people that, we take two different people, sit them down. You might be a video director and you might be an artist who want a video, so we connect y'all, and then y'all go on and do work, but it's on the strength of us plugging you in. So that's what's the concept of the Connected Experience.
But it's really hard to get two people available at the same time. So then what we started doing is we just had to start having conversations with people who we would like to connect to the community, or who we just thought was dope and we thought people should know. So we just started connecting our guests to the community, and so it's still the Connected Experience. So in case we don't have two people who are available at the same time who we want to introduce to each other, we do have people who we think worthy of being connected to whatever as far as our listening audience.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So you guys, I heard you guys also had a musical history.
Right.
Are you guys still in music, or what's going on with that?
We just listen.
We just listen now. We're just fans of the art. That's how we started out. A lot of people know us because we actually are from Inkster, born and raised, and we was on the rap scene like since like '92. You know what I'm saying? And at that time we was like 10 years old, so we was like prodigies, basically. We was child prodigies when it came to music, and we had wrote some goals down that we wanted to accomplish with music. We accomplished those goals over the history of our group, and we just transitioned into something else.
Is there anything else professionally that you guys do besides the podcast?
Well, when you say professionally, what you mean?
Any other interests that you guys do, hobbies or career?
Yeah, I mean, the interest is really just entrepreneurship and teaching that to our generation and the younger generation. Some people, when you hear entrepreneurship, they might think, oh, work for myself only. But no, entrepreneurship is like it's a spirit you gotta have within you. So just because you work a job don't mean you're not an entrepreneur. You just take your entrepreneurial spirit and move up in your career. Some people want to work for corporate America and be the top and be the best, but they still entrepreneurs. You gotta have a mindset to do that.
And then I'm an author. I'm a new author. March 3rd, 2020, I'll be releasing my first urban fantasy novel. It's called Animal Instinct, The Urban Jungle. So you can go pre-order that if this is before March 3rd. If this is after March 3rd, you can go to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple iBooks. Wherever you buy your books, it's called Animal Instinct, The Urban Jungle. My author name is S.L. Jackson. And we only released the ebook first, and it's only $2.99. And it's a dope concept of the book. It's a nice story. It flows well, but it is urban fantasy. So like it's not street literature, because people, once you hear urban, you mix it up with street literature. It's not one of those street literature books. It's actually based on the lives of animals.
Yeah, I thought urban used to mean the politically correct way of saying street.
No, well, it kind of do. It still do mean black. Yeah, but so to put it in perspective, like the person who wrote Harry Potter, that's a fantasy novel. Yeah. So I'm an urban fantasy author. So it's not, don't got nothing to do with wizards or none of that, but just to give the people a scope of what fantasy is. So,
I can't wait to read it.
Yeah, so you can pre-order that right now.
I'm going to share that with the community so they make sure they can connect to you and stay connected.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be back when it's time to push the book full throttle, because I will be an award-winning best-selling author straight out of Inkster, Michigan. I did the research.
That's what I'm talking about. You got to speak it. I'm sorry, but that's how
it's happening now. So we did the research. It's a lot of things that come from Inkster, Michigan, good and bad, but award-winning best-selling author, that's not attached to anybody's name. So my goal is by the end of the year, or by this time next year, that they'll be you know how you drive into the city and it say home on the Marvelettes and all that. I'm gonna need my own sign for being an award-winning best-selling author.
Yeah, this March is our reading month for the nation's reading awareness, or reading month, they call it this March. And I am going to be looking for Inkster artists. I know there's a child artist here too, and there's a woman artist. I don't even know their names yet, but I know what I have been learning about so much greatness that come out of this city. People that are from the city do some great things like that, but that's amazing.
Yeah, Inkster got a lot. Like, it's a proud place to be from. You know, I wouldn't want to be from nowhere else on the face of the earth. I've been all over the world. There's nothing like Inkster, because it's such a hidden gem with so many things. And everywhere you go, like for instance, we just was out of town at a sporting event, and we sat next to a guy, and we just, we started talking, because I can't sit next to you, especially at a sporting event, such close proximity, without at least asking you, what's up, how you doing, introducing myself. And he was like, where y'all from? We like Inkster, and he from somewhere else far. He automatically knew what it was, and that's a good feeling, because this is a small city. It's only 6.2 miles. So when they talking about these 6.2 miles all around the world, like, that's a good feeling to be from there. You know what I mean? So it's nothing like it. There's nothing ever gonna be like it. It's just a lovely place.
Amazing. There is a in our September issue, there was a historical issue. It was a historical article about Inkster, if you guys want to check it out, which goes from the end of the Ice Age all the way to now. Mr. Turley had
I seen that.
historical background, and we had put it together in an article that lists a lot of the accolades that came out of the city.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
It's a lot. And he was right. Like, you just be so happy to be from there. Like, we just, anytime, we never said we was from nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? So when you meet us, you looking at Inkster. Like, even when we used to rap, it was always Inkster. We just say you can't spell Detroit without the I. It's just impossible.
So is there anything, I know you have the book coming up. Can you let us know when we can listen to your podcast? You know, how often does it come out?
The podcast, we've been dropping consistently once a week, every Monday right now, for definitely the last year and a half.
We never missed a week.
We never missed a week since we started. It come out Mondays. It's available anywhere you listen to podcasts, from SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Anywhere podcast you can listen to the Connected Experience. And we just had like dope guests. We had some really big guests, but every guest big because they take time to come sit with us and share their story with our listenership. And it's just dope being a part of people's movement, you know. Like, everybody building right now, so for somebody to come sit with you, that's us putting a brick in their building that's forever there. And then they be happy about that because
it's out there forever.
It's forever.
And that's how I feel about you guys being here, building the Inkster Reader as a communication hub that they can use to go find out who and what is going on. You guys are like a brick. The value of who you are and what you're doing adds value to this show. And hopefully, as I share you with the community, I wanted to inspire others. You know, when I talk to people about Inkster News, we don't report crime on this news. We only, you know, so I want to show there. When I came here 8 years ago, I was amazed at how many great people were here.
And so, that's what I was saying. It's like a hidden gem because then you get to thinking like, wait a minute, and then it make you just want to go and do further research and find out dope people. Like, everything come out of Inkster. Like he said, good and bad, but if we focus on the positive, that give the next generation like a reason to say they from Inkster when they out of town. Like, my motto is from the eye for the eye. You feel what I mean? Like, I'm from Inkster. Everything I ever did was to put Inkster on the map some type of way when we was rapping or just running around being knuckleheads. It was to represent Inkster, you know, and it's always gonna be to represent Inkster. So that's just our outlook on it.
Now, is it the connectedexperience.com or
no? We don't have a website, but of course we got social media. So on Twitter and Instagram, it's at TCE Pod. So TCE POD, which TCE stands for the Connected Experience. And right now we don't have a website because we like to make everything special and the experience. So instead of just having a website, you can listen to the podcast. We in development to develop it and make people want to go to it.
To make it an actual experience.
Yeah, I understand. I'm a fan of being around business-minded people that don't match business standard. So I completely understand.
Oh, we do got a website though. Our website is thecollegeofhiphop.org, and that's we started that. The collegeofhiphop.org is a website and an app. And we started that some years ago, and it helped teach the actual business side of the entertainment industry. So you could download the app for free, whatever app store you use. And we started that just to help artists out and just be the middleman to us helping artists learn the actual business of music instead of just always being a talent. Because it was like at one time, you could be super talented, but you couldn't know the business. But them days are over, and there's guys like us that we don't care about helping you learn the business. You learning the business not gonna hurt us, and that's how the entertainment industry is. So the collegeofhiphop.org or TCOHH, that's an app, and you download that. Like, so we got our hands in a lot of stuff.
I definitely want to check that out. My son personally is interested in being a producer, and as seeking information for him to learn, everything's for adults. He's only 14. So I'm definitely, that is available for 14-year-olds. That's great. I'm definitely pointing him in that direction.
He could get the app on his phone because the app free, and he just got to do his research. You got to think, like, he want to be a producer. It's platinum producers who come from Inkster Michigan. You know, like we talked about Nation one of the best producers out there, and he done had placements. The placement is when you get your music put in a movie or a commercial or something, and Walmart commercials, McDonald's commercials. He from Inkster, right? And people don't, featured artists. Right? So and people don't even understand that. So
the
when we say like
in your backyard,
the pop, right? So if you know DeWine and your son want to be a producer, he a great person to reach out to because that's how we live our life.
Y'all connecting on my show. Look at y'all.
Because that's what we do. Is like so natural. Like I can't hear you say what you do and not know somebody who do that same thing.
The first thing we ask people when we meet them is how can we help each other.
Amen.
And then the next question is what do you do? Because everybody do something. So like you was telling us, you do the oils and all of that. Now I'm gonna go somewhere and hear somebody talk about how bad they need oils, and I'm gonna be like, give me 5 minutes, let me go make a call. Hey, do you got this, this, and this? Okay, boom, boom, boom. And then y'all go from there. I have nothing to do with this. Could be your biggest customer, or this could be your biggest. Not, you know what I'm saying? But if somebody mention it and I know somebody else in the mix with it, hey, I know somebody who do that. So that's just, it just come out natural. It's not even, that's at the gas station, that's at work, that's walking, you know what I'm saying? That's walking up and down the street. We go try to help you out, whatever you're doing. And we're pretty sure we can help you.
I can feel that. Now, Inkster, this energy in this room, these guys are amazing. I want you guys to go to check out their podcast on Mondays. Go to their social media, get their app, go to their website. All the information is going to be on the screen as we're talking and in the description below. Thank you guys so much for coming here. I can feel it. We could talk forever right now. Especially me. I'm like, I want to sit down in the crowd with a pen and take notes.
We're going to have you on our show. So then you can tell your story. You can tell your whole story. But that's what I'm saying. That's what we do. It don't matter what somebody doing. We just go sit down. I mean, when you heard the show, we just go sit down and have a conversation with you because we can have a conversation with anybody. Everybody's interesting. That one little thing that you might say, that might spark something in 100 people and then 100 more people. So we definitely go have you on the show. We go sit down and schedule something where you can come out, talk about everything you're doing. We definitely want to be a part of the paper somehow. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we can sit down and come up with. So we definitely go work together, basically.
Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I appreciate you guys for coming, adding value to the paper, connecting me already. And I can't wait to work with you guys in the future. Inkster, check them out, and I'll be with you guys with some more information next. Thank you. You guys are amazing. You've been listening to the Inkster Reader Podcast with Chantel Gaines. If you've enjoyed today's show, hit a thumbs up on the video and be sure to tell a friend. Also, make sure you never miss an episode by subscribing below. And sign up for the Inkster Reader cellular notifications. Text Ink News to 844-224-7562. That's INKNEWS to 844-224-7562. You'll be notified of news and announcements and quickly linked to new podcast episodes. Leave a comment about anything missed or anything you want to see covered next time. Thanks for listening. Positivity and growth.